Alright guys, hope you and yours are well. A wee message here for Castle Hill. There's Edinburgh Castle lit up saltire blue in the background. Right, there's a lot of people waking up to what's happening. There's a lot of people not waking up to what's happening. A mass confusion, to say the least. I've had a few friends come to my door in tears, literally in bits, broken men at my door, realising what's actually happening. It's kind of the penny's dropped, so to speak. And I mean, this one guy came to my door in tears, and he was like, "Bri," he's like, "we can't save it, can we?" And well, he's right. Aye, we can't save it. There's too many people out there trying to save it. It's gone. It's burst. We're clinging to a sinking ship, guys. We'll take you down with it. The only way out of this is out of Babylon. You need to get the fuck out of Babylon, guys. You need to escape for this bullshit, and it can be done. Babylon's dead. It's gone. It's finished. It's like it's ready for a reset. Most of you will have heard about the Great Babylon Reset. So as it stands, everything's switched off, right? But this new system that's in place, this digital coin that's in place, ready to be rolled out, it's already there, it's already manufactured, it's already in place, ready to be flicked on, right? But there's a bit of a problem about flicking this new system on. They need your consent. They need your consent, right? Now, as I said in my video at the start of lockdown, I made a video about what's happening at the start of lockdown. I was very hesitant about posting it because what I was saying was so controversial, talking about forced vaccinations, digital coin and New World Order, which is a conspiracy theory. So I was very apprehensive about posting that video that I posted in, I think it was April. I posted it anyway, explaining the whole thing. I'll add that on to the end of this video. But 5 weeks into me posting that video, 5 weeks into me being so apprehensive, so hesitant to posting this video, everybody was talking about what I was explaining in that video within 5 weeks. Everybody was talking about forced vaccinations. The mass media, mainstream media, were talking about forced vaccinations, digital coin, and like passports to get into stadiums and stuff like that. That was like mainstream discussion within 5 weeks of me posting that video, and it was quite a bit of a shock, to be honest, because I could see how quickly things were moving. Things are moving really, really fast. So I'll go back to that friend that came to my door, a broken man in bits and tears. He's part of the old school acid techno scene in Edinburgh. Once I'd had the discussion with him and he'd left, it got me thinking about that scene. How much I miss it, how much everybody misses it, how much he must be missing it. And I started thinking about these clubs. One club in particular came to mind, Anagram. You'd walk into Anagram, you get at least a dozen hugs as soon as you walked in the room. It was full of love, and all the other clubs were the same. If you were part of that community, that's gone. And that's what this guy's missing. He's not got any connection. He's not got that love anymore. It's gone. It's finished, and it's not coming back, guys. You're fooled into think that it's coming back. We need to build anew. Us, the people, need to build anew. They've stolen our reality, and they're now giving us their version of reality. I think it's about time we fucking stole this reality and gave them a version of our reality, aye? Now, remember in the 1980s, Margaret Thatcher said that there is no society. Remember that? What happened? We created our own society, didn't we? We called it Acid House. We can do it again. These people need to come together, and we need to destroy this fucking logic that's just nonsense, complete nonsense. It means the society we're in right now is broken, it's damaged, can't be fixed. But we need to bring it, this needs to start with the communities. The communities need to come together. The communities in Scotland, the government in Scotland is the community, right? It's the community as a government. So bear that in mind. What have they done for decades and decades? They've destroyed the communities, broke down the communities. What did they break down the communities with? Smack. Aye, they poured smack into our communities to destroy the communities, to destroy that authority, right? Not only did it destroy the communities, it destroyed families, it destroyed brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, aunties, uncles, fucking friends. These bastards destroyed it by flooding smack into our communities for decades. Still going on now to this fucking day. And you're going to trust these bastards, are you? You're going to trust a needle for these fuckers, right? That riddled our communities with smack. You're honestly going to trust these fuckers? It's fucking beggars belief, it really fucking does. It really fucking does.
No way would that poison my body with that shit. All these fucking chemicals. No fucking way.
People need to come together, people need to support each other. We need to stop all this division, stop all this fucking grassing and fucking picking on each other. And all this, you're a conspiracy theorist. Fucking stop it, right? You're destroying your family by saying that to members of your family. You're hurting members of your family by saying that. See, anybody, and I mean anybody, that uses the term conspiracy theorist and points it to somebody else, you're a fucking bigot. Aye, you're a fucking bigot. Definition of a bigot. Someone who does not accept someone else's views. You're only accepting the narrative of the mainstream media. Anybody else is a conspiracy theorist. And there's people that I know people that have lost their whole family. Like the whole family won't talk to them because they've got a different opinion, they've got a different view on things, and they're getting labelled a conspiracy theorist, a right-wing conspiracy theorist, or whatever the fuck he's want to come at me next. Conspiracy theorist is just a sticky Babylon, a Babylon stick for people to pick up and fucking beat other people with. Ah, you conspiracy theorist. Try fucking thinking for yourself, know what I mean? All these people shouting conspiracy theorists. You're the thought police. That's what I call you. You're a fucking bigot and you're the thought police. Try to control other people's thoughts. People aren't allowed to think outside the box. Nah, because the mainstream media says they're a conspiracy theorist. Open your fucking eyes. So a wee message to people out there that have lost their friends and family through a conspiracy theory or being called a conspiracy theorist. The penny will drop, and when the penny drops, imagine how they're going to feel. The fact that they disowned you for telling them the truth. The guilt that will be laid upon these people will be horrendous. They will be at your door, just like people are coming to chap my door to tell me, Bri, you were right. They will come to your door because they're going to need your support, they're going to need your help. Just be strong for yourself so that you can be strong for them when that time comes, because it will come. It will come. And it's hard, I know it's hard, it's tough, because you love them. But the day will come and they will feel like shit for disowning you over the truth. Right, so here's my insight about what's to come. Right, now with forced vaccination, there's not going to be like they're going to pin you down and vaccinate you. It's not going to be like that. The forced vaccination's got to come by you're not entering the shops without your COVID pass. You're not getting into a stadium without your COVID pass. You're not flying on a plane without the COVID pass. You're not getting a job without your COVID pass, because you'll not get insured without your COVID pass, which means you're not getting car insurance without your COVID pass, right? That's your forced vaccination. They're going to force it upon you by giving you the access to Babylon services. That's your forced vaccination for you. We need to come together and support each other, and we need to build a community amongst each other, because we're pretty fucked, guys, without each other. We're fucked as it is, but without each other we're double fucked. We've got no support. The only support we've got is each other. Government aren't supporting us. Government have never supported us. All they've ever done is suppress us. So if you're on the brave wave of thinking they're going to support you and they're going to help you, you're in for a big shock. I mean, people are in for the shock of their lives. Right? See, when you're look at what's happening at Dover with the lorries. Right? It's a big fucking bottleneck of supplies and stuff. Right? There's going to be food shortages coming very soon. Very, very soon. The UK only has 3 months supply, a 3 months reserve of food. Once that's gone, how are we going to get food if you're not growing any? It's madness what's coming, right? You need to prepare yourself, you need to prepare your people, you need to gather your tribe, you just need to unite together to beat this. I mean, they're coming for everything. They want nobody's to own anything. They're coming for your property. Your kid's inheritance is rinsed. It's fucking gone. Unless you do something fast with it now, it's gone. It's right. You think about when the food shortages come and the interest rate's going to drop and it's going to cause a lot of fucking pandemonium. Right now, see when your £1,000 turns into £100 overnight, people will get the shock of their lives. When your £100 turns into a tenner overnight, you get the shock of your fucking life. Your pound coin turns into 10p overnight, your money's going to be worthless, right? It's already fucking worthless. You do something with it fast. Food will be the most valuable commodity. Food, folk will give you the gold off their fucking hands for a meal. Trust me. They say it takes only 3 days, right? 3 days of starvation before a man will kill another man to feed his family. Think about that, right? You're traipsing about for 3 days with your kids, right? I'm hungry, Dad, I'm hungry. You're fucking starving, or not? The bairns are pulling at you for 3 days. They're fucking starving. You smell some food. Somebody's cooking some food, right? There's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight. Guaranteed, it's coming. So, people with coin in the bank, I'd be spending it pretty fast, because it's not going to last long. I'd be buying precious metals, gold, silver, bronze, gemstones, minerals. Food will become the most valuable commodity. Minerals are going to be the only thing that holds any value. So I'd be spending my coin on minerals. I mean, people are going to die of shock, they're going to die of fright once the money drops. That's when the penny will drop, so to speak. But people will die of shock of what's to come. They're going to get a fright of their fucking life. Big style. That's frightening that people can't see it. It really is beyond fucking frightening that people can't see what's coming. People are trying to, as I said earlier, they're clinging to a sinking ship. They'll take you down with it. They'll take you down with it. The system's got a slow puncture. It's gone down. It's gone down, guys. We need to save ourselves. No fucking Babylon. We need to save ourselves, save each other, support each other. If we don't support each other, no cunt else has got to do it. Who else has got to support you? Who's supporting you right now? Eh? Nobody. You're supporting yourself. Because right now they're coming for you. They've broke down the communities for decades. They've broke down the fucking families for decades. Now they're coming for you. They're gonna break you. Now they're breaking you. You know what I mean? They're breaking me. Doing their best to fucking break me. And I'm just like everybody else. I'm doing my best to keep it together. And it's fucking hard when people can't fucking see what's happening. People have got to die of shock, as I've said. I know people with coin, I know people with a lot of fucking coin, and I'm trying to explain it to them, and I can't get through to them. They think they're secure because they've got coin. Right? It's no any security. It's not going to save you. It's frightening. It really fucking is. People can't see what's coming. Think that they're. I mean, the richer you are, the harder you're got to fucking fall, right? As soon as the interest rate drops, people can't pay their mortgages, people can't pay their finance, people can't pay their rent. Guess what? There's a fat cat right now rubbing his fucking hands, waiting to snap up all that property. Yep, they're coming for it. They're coming for yours. They're coming for your fucking house. They're coming for your car. They're coming for your estate. They're coming for your fucking family. And you need to fucking rise up. Up and fucking rise. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a message for both ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start with the ladies. Something strange happened in September. I'm not sure how it happened or what happened, but something happened. And I first noticed it at Holyrood. I went to the rally, the anti-lockdown rally at Holyrood, and there was a couple of thousand people there. I would say estimated about 2,000 people were there. And I observed the crowd, and what I noticed was it was full of women. It was full of beautiful, beautiful women, and there was hardly any men there. And something else in September happened as well, where like all these women seemed to come to my inbox wanting to know about the common law. Common law like sort of went a wee bit mainstream in September as well, and it was all females that were rising up to it. And what I've got to say to these females out there, and you all know who you are, is like, that was so empowering and so uplifting to see that like happen in the blink of an eye like that. It was beautiful, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for rising up. And I mean, the feminine spirit is the one that's got to lead this revolution, I think. The maternal instinct is fucking raging right now. They know that this just isn't right. They know that their children are in danger, and they're doing something about it. They're rising up in masses, and it's so fucking beautiful to see. Thank you, beautiful women, every single one of you. Thanks a fucking lot. It means a lot to me, and it was beautiful to witness such a thing happen. Now I'm got to go to the men, the gentlemen. Where's all the hard men? Never mind the gentlemen. Where's all the fucking hard men when you need them? Because we need you right now, right? I mean, men are too busy on the PlayStation or the Xbox. You know what I mean? They're like suppressed with the fucking fluoride in the beer, right? And you're fucking zone programmed by the fucking PlayStation, right? It's got a lot to fucking answer for, that PlayStation. These are needed right now. There's all these women out there, hundreds of women rising up that need fucking a man by their side, and these are too busy fucking on the PlayStation to even see what's fucking happening. I mean, the things that women are saying to me about men that are around them, it's like they're so disappointed. They're so like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, they're raging. The women are raging right now, and the men are just like, it's a walk in the park, like fuck all's fucking happening. Your kids' future is fucking obliterated. It's gone. You have to rebuild a fucking new future for them. Your kids' inheritance is fucking gone. It's rinsed. Does that not affect you? No. If you've got an estate that you think you're going to pass down to your children, you're no fucking passing fuck all down to any children. It's no fucking happening. You need to up and fucking rise. You need to get off the fucking PlayStation, get off the Xbox, and get your fucking boots on the fucking ground, right? Fucking do something, you know what I mean? People didn't even want to fucking tie their laces. Never mind put fucking boots on the ground. Fucking angry, you know what I mean? So fucking angry that every cunt's just sitting back and letting all this fucking happen. It's fucking disgusting. And I'll tell you what, you should all be fucking ashamed of yourself. Every single fucking one of yous that are laying down and letting this fucking happen, you should be fucking ashamed. So fucking ashamed. I'm ashamed of you. I'm fucking ashamed of you. You didn't even fucking want to help. It's fucking outrageous. And it really fucking is. Bunch of shite bags. Fucking lot of you. You know what I mean? No fucking backbone between the fucking lot of you. No fucking spine. It's fucking outrageous. Fucking outrageous. I'll tell you what's happening. What's been happening through the whole of lockdown, and it's happening right now, is they are manufacturing consent. They're manufacturing your consent. They need your consent for this, right? They need your consent for fucking everything, right? So, how can I put this? Right, when the restrictions come in, these new fucking rules, whatever you want to call them, come in, right? They give you 3 days notice. You notice that? They'll give you 3 days notice. Like when the pubs were shutting, the pubs remained open for 3 days, remember that? But they were to shut like later on, and everybody was like, well, if it's that bad, why not shut them now? Why wait 3 days? I'll tell you why you wait 3 days, because they've got to give you 3 days notice, right? They give you 3 days notice because that's your opportunity to object. It's their 3 days, and because they need your consent. As I said earlier, they need your consent for this, and they get your consent by you sitting on your fucking arse. Your silence and your acquiescence is your consent, right? Now in a court of law, your silence is your consent. If something's happening within a court case and your lawyer like doesn't say anything, he's agreeing to it. He agrees to what's being said, right? Within his silence and his acquiescence is his consent. If he doesn't agree with it, he has to object. Objection? Where's all the fucking objections? Eh? No good on a fucking keyboard. You can't object over a fucking keyboard. Boots on the fucking ground. Tie up your fucking laces and get boots on the fucking ground and object. Don't give them your fucking consent, because at this moment in time they're manufacturing consent. They've been manufacturing consent since fucking March, and you've given them your consent since fucking March. It's about time it stopped, right? Up and fucking rise. Hi people, hope you and yours are well. Checking in on everyone, make sure everyone's okay, because people are not really expressing how they're feeling right now. People are in shock, they're in denial of what's going on. I keep hearing, what are we going to do when this is all over? What's the first thing we're going to do when this is all over? Can't wait till this is all over. Everything is all over, guys. We've shut everything down. You just need to snap out of it and start organising shit. Start organising yourself, start organising people around you. They've got you all locked away. They don't want people discussing this, they don't want people sussing out what's going on. Because there's a lot going on, even though nothing's happening and everything's closed down. There's a hell of a lot going on in the background, guys. A shitload going on. This new world order that everyone's in denial about. Like, it's not happening, it's a conspiracy, it's this, it's that, tinfoil hat. they've been debating a new world order, discussing a new world order my whole life. Throughout the whole history of my life, they've been building this up, and yet people are like in denial. It's not going to happen. They'll never control the whole world like that at one time. It'll never happen, will it? Have a look, they've got full control of you all right now. You're all locked away in your home. You see, the moment you lock that door, and then subconsciously up here you say to yourself, I'm on lockdown, you close the door to your world. And when you open it back up, when they say it's time to open it back up, you're opening your world, you're opening your door up to a new world order. It's one world government that's been being established for years, for decades. It's been building on this stuff. A one world government, a one world religion, one leader for the world, and a one world army. A United Nations army, guys. Now, why would anybody need a one world army? Now, if we've got a United Nations, right, and everyone's united, and it's all united, like, it's this nice thing that they're trying to sell to us, why would you need one army? Who's that other army got to fight? I'm going to answer that. There's only one army, one world army. Who's it going to fight? Why is it there? That one world army is there to protect the elite from the only other army that is there to fight. You and I are that army, that the one world army has been built up to fight. You and I, the people. Because you and I, the people, we won't accept a new world order. We won't accept what's coming because it's unacceptable. If you look into it, if you look into what they've got planned, it's unacceptable. So you have to force it upon us. That's the only way. They're going to have everybody on their knees, rich and poor, begging, please, just fucking turn it back on. Go on, just turn it back on. I'll do anything. I'll take your chip, I'll take your digital currency, I'll swap all my money for a digit. I'll do anything you want, we'll comply. Just fucking turn it back on. That's what they're going to do to you. That's what they're doing to us. That's what's coming. Because the old world, the old system is shut down. Take a wee look, guys. It's gone. It's finished. Do you honestly think it's going to open back up again? Back to normality? After what's going on right now? Do you honestly think these pubs are going to be the same places they were before all this shit kicked off? No, guys. Shopping's not even the same anymore. You go shopping, everyone's distancing themselves from each other. They're all feared of you. There's like a boogeyman out there. There's an invisible boogeyman, but he's not invisible because you're the fucking boogeyman. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody's scared they're going to catch it for you. They're scared they're going to catch it for their parents, their brothers. They're too scared to visit each other. Family are too scared to visit each other. You need to go and check up on each other. People need to get together, need to congregate. Social distancing, you can meet in a park and talk with people. They don't want you out talking about this kind of stuff. They don't want you sussing out what's going on. They want you locked away watching the news, right? Number one thing you need to do is switch off that TV because it's poisoning your brain. That's the virus right there. It's in your television, it's in your newspapers, it's on your radio. Do yourself a big favour, right? Switch it off for a few days. Read some books. Go into a bit alternative media. watch some movies, whatever, listen to some music, just turn off that fucking news channel, because it's rotting your brain. It's rotting your family's brain. It's destroying you. Well guys, look into the New World Order, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, Agenda ID 2020. Now these are agendas that they've been building on for years, and we're like tiptoes away from it. It's like upon us. It's here. It's coming. You need to prepare yourself, because business ain't opening back up as normal. It's going to be different. It's going to be a digital business. Every transaction's got to be digitalised. Now, people with money in the bank, people with money under their bed, stacks of the stuff, are not going to swap their money for a digit. It's not going to happen, is it? Think about it. You got loads of money in the bank, or under the bed, right? And there's the new digital currency got to come in. You know, people are going to want to keep their money. Of course they are. It'd be silly not to. So how do they get the people to give up their money? How do you do that? They're not going to give up their money, are they? People have earned that money in whatever way, shape or form. They've earned that money. They're keeping that fucking money. So how would you get them to give up that money, that coin? Collapse the system. Collapse the system. Yeah, you've got everybody, rich and poor, as I said, on their fucking knees, begging, please, 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 please sir, just fucking turn that back on. Please. That's where we're heading, guys. That's where they're leading us. You just need to wake up to that fact, or you're in for a very big shock. Now, I've been thinking about this for a long time, because I've known this has been coming for a long time. And while I've been thinking about this for that long time, I've been thinking to myself that this is how they're going to do it. Let's have everybody on their knees begging for this new system. So, what I've been thinking, while I've been thinking, is how long are they going to leave us? I've been thinking this for a few years now. How is it going to be 6 months? Is it going to be a year? Is it going to be 18 months? How long are they going to leave you and I in limbo with fuck all before we are on our fucking knees begging, please, please, please sir, just turn it back on. I'll swap my money for your digits, I'll take your digital chip, your vaccinations, just fucking turn it back on. That's where we're going, guys. And you need to wake up to it. It ain't going back to normal. The New World Order is upon us. Them in denial, you're for a shock in your life. Every single one of you. Please look into this shit. No tinfoil hat on my head. But it's glimmer, it's shine. That tinfoil imaginary hat on my head is blinding you for the truth. Wake up, guys. One love and light. Look out for each other. If you don't look out for each other, nobody else will. Peace.
In 2010, they had the Rockefeller Foundation script a plan to introduce martial law and a permanent method for total control of the citizenry. In this plan that they disguised as an academic scenario, as they called it, the method they would use to gain complete prison-like control of the entire population was to infect them with a devastating biological pandemic, and then, under the guise of protecting us from this threat, they would be free to implement their final solution, a prison state.
It's called Lockstep, a world of tighter, top-down government control and more authoritarian leadership, with limited innovation and growing citizen pushback. In 2012, the pandemic that the world had been anticipating for years finally hit. Unlike 2009's H1N1, this new influenza strain originating from wild geese, even the most pandemic-prepared nations were quickly overwhelmed when the virus streaked around the world, infecting nearly 20% of the global population and killing 8 million in just 7 months, the majority of them healthy young adults. The pandemic also had a deadly effect on economies. You can see the agenda. Just naked, raw, naked control agenda written down, and it's anybody's guess how this becomes effectuated in real life. So whether this is written specifically as marching orders or whether people take it upon themselves in the intelligence networks to say, okay, well, this has been produced, so this is the plan here. But these narratives have to be written in advance. Okay, the pandemic also had a deadly effect on economics. International mobility of both people and goods screeched to a halt. Which is what they want. They want a completely isolated world, right? Debilitating industries like tourism and breaking global supply chains. And they want you at home in your house in front of the TV. Then they got you. Because once you watch the TV, they own your soul. Even locally, normally bustling shops and offices sat empty for months, okay? So I love how they talk about it in the past tense in 2010.
Banking industry, what they wanted to accomplish. And the goals of the banking industry, not just the Federal Reserve System, but the private banks in Germany and England, all over Italy, all over the world, they all work together. They're all central banks, and they're all part of the Communist Manifesto. You know, central banking is one of the major planks of the Communist Manifesto. We talk about America being a capitalistic country, but yet at the same time we have a central bank that plans everything for us, right? And the graduated income tax is another plank of the Communist Manifesto, right? So right there you have two major planks of the Communist Manifesto that have been brought in because of the Federal Reserve System, okay? So the ultimate goal that these people have in mind is the goal to create a one-world government run by the banking industry, run by the bankers, and they're doing it in sections. The European currency, the euro, and the European Constitution is one part of it. Now they're trying to do it in America with the North American Union, right? And they want to create a new currency called the Amero, right? And the whole agenda is to create a one-world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is given me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally.
Total control.
Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip. And you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
Okay, it's now painfully clear. The adults are definitely paving the way for an invasion by the saucer people.
You fool! Can't you see it's a massive government conspiracy? Or have they gotten to you, too?
Stop it! Why are you guys jumping to such ridiculous conclusions? Haven't you ever heard of Occam's razor? The simplest explanation is probably the correct one.
So what's the simplest explanation?
I don't know. Maybe they're all reverse vampires and they have to get home before dark.
Reverse vampires!
Vampire! So finally, we're all in agreement about what's going on with the adults. Millhouse?
Okay, here's what we've got. The Rand Corporation, in conjunction with the Saucer People,
Thank you.
under the supervision of the Reverse Vampires, are forcing our parents to go to bed early in a fiendish plot to eliminate the meal of dinner. We're through the looking glass here, people.
This is Ed Fletcher in Vienna.
Take two, Q Howard.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. I want you to get up right now. Get up, go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. Then we'll figure out what to do about the depression and the inflation and the oil crisis. But first, get up out of your chairs, open the window, stick your head out and yell, and say, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. Get your head out of the window, open it, and stick your head out and keep yelling and yell, I'm as mad as hell, I'm not going to take this anymore. Just get up from your chairs right now. Go to the window.
Where are you going? I want to see if anybody's yelling.
Open it and stick your head out and yell and keep yelling.
I'm mad as hell! How am I going to take this anymore?